another night. Yeah, it's just another night. Yo, it's just another night. Yo, it's just another night. Till it's hard to speak. I'm getting ever sentimental about the path we lead.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. And tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Los Angeles Clippers here at the Staples Center. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything stands out west. We look at San Antonio, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And checking out the Clippers, they have a lot of ground to make up.
And you know, for the Spurs, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Well, this is their goal. There's no doubt about that. For what many expected of them so far, they have not disappointed.
And the starting group for the Spurs, they've got Karl Anthony Towns, Isaac out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Magician, and it's Giddey in at the shooting guard. And for the Clippers, they've got Robinson. He's out there at Nurkic. Paul George is out there at Blunt. And it's Moon in at the 1 spot. And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. Here's Magician. He's covered by Moon.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Pass to Blunt. 6 on the shot clock. With the teardrop. Rebounded by Isaac. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Leonard, the pass to Magician. The three. A three-pointer is right on target.
Three-point basket.
Magician's got 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's George. Misses off the left iron. We've seen a quick start here for the Spurs. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
They slept-walked through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
2 points. That one goes.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Here's Magician. He's covered by Moon. And there's the pass to Towns. Robinson with the block. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Nobody near George. Off target from outside. The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Magician. 7 points in the game. Count it. Good. 9 points in the game so far.
How about he has yet to miss 4 of 4 to start?
The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Now, here is George. Not a lot of room. Rebound, San Antonio.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
Buries it from three-point range.
Well, you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Here's Magician. Spurs working now with a new shot clock.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Picked away. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Unable to get that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
And that was a tough one. They expected to play well and did, just not well enough.
You know what? At the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome. Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
The Trey. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Moon kicks to George.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And the foul goes on the Magician. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Into the lineup for the Spurs.
Here's Blunt. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Moon. Here's Robinson. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Long arms, tremendous athleticism, and pursuit of the basketball. Mitchell Robinson working the glass right now.
Drives to the hoop. And that one is hammered home.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right. GA seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Here's Magician. He's guarded by Nurkic. Hits it from 3-point range. Magician's got 17.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Primo, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Blunt. Passes it to Primo. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Towns. Towns with the defensive effort. Spurs leading by 10. Here's Magician. He's got 17. Lays it up and banks it in. Magician's got 19 points.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Now Moon. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers. Giddy the pass to Magician. From deep 3-point range, the Spurs rebound. And no good that time. Clippers trail by 12. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Nurkic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
That was your Clippers.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Spurs.
They've definitely had a hot hand from 3-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Well, something else they've done a good job of tonight is penetrating and getting points right at the rim.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Langford. Kawhi Leonard is out there with the Magician. Then it's Magician. And it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 10. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Here's Magician after the basket by Los Angeles.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pass to Moon. Kennard with the ball. He had 15 points last out. Releases. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Spurs leading by 10. Driving in. It's good. And now it's up to 25 points for Magician.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The steal. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Magician's got 9 points in the quarter.
And you see Langford's ability as a facilitator, great court awareness.
Here's Moon. The offensive rebound and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
From deep, George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 10 points in the game.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Here's Magician. Makes it off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 16.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Moon with the bucket. Moon's got his second basket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Yep, that one goes.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Pass to Kennard. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Leonard.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Doris, when you think of players that can turn it on for the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard certainly one of them.
I think Kawhi, because of his history as an NBA champion, understands how different the playoffs are. There's a different level of physicality, a different level of pressure, and you have to be able to rise and meet that moment, and boy, Kawhi has.
Towns, he's checked in for San Antonio.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, "We understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice." Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Stripped away. The pass to Magician. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 20. Passes it to George. Kennard on the wing. Here's Nurkic. Pass to Moon. A second chance effort and the rejection by Towns.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
LA's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. To the middle, here's Nurkic. Basket good. Nurkic has got 6.
You think a bump is going to stop Nurkic? We're talking about a guy who has come back from major injuries, a resolute attitude.
Here's Magician. He has 38 in the game. Paul George with the steal. And the foul goes on the Magician. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
San Antonio making a switch here. This one for 3. Drills it from outside.
2 minutes.
Magician's got 41.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Now, here is George. He's tightly guarded.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
To the left side wing. Here's Magician. And it's off from three-point range. George passes to Primo. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
There's a real knack for understanding.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with...
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl Anthony Towns. An impressive first half and a nice start for you guys. How did that happen?
I mean, yeah, we had some great days of practice, you know.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They're leading by 16. Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, when you pass the...
And that's going to do it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Magician.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Blunt is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Moon in at point guard. Shot clock at 5. Beyond the arc.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Spurs leading by 14. Into the lane. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Blunt. 6 points for him. Outside, George. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
Well, there's superb shot selection right now with Paul George. He's aggressive, but he's still playing within the offense.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Giddey. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick. No rotation. My goodness.
Now, here's Nurkic. 8 points for him. And the 3 ball is good. George has got 15 points.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there.
Robinson against Isaac. Here's Magician. Another one goes. Incredible. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Now Moon. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
Here's Giddey, defended by George. The pass to Magician, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Ball coming, ball coming.
George looking over the floor. Kicks it to Moon. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Another shot, and Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got his first points in this one.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
San Antonio making a switch here. Lloyd's checked in. Pass to Blunt. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
For your Clippers, Luke Kennard.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. 19-point game. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 2. And again, no good by the Clippers.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Nailed from three-point land.
Three-pointer.
Magician's got 54 points. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And here's George. 15 points in the game. 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Nurkic, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Possession, San Antonio.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Here's Magician, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay.
And George with the stuff.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
Here's Magician. Non-stop scoring machine here. Now, here's Kennard. From downtown, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Magician, defended by George. Magician. A new 14-second shot clock for San Antonio. Second chance shot. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. From 15 feet away, the rebound by the Spurs.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Takes it inside.
Number 26.
He gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Clippers trail by 21. Here's Moon. Trying to get open is Robinson. Moon with the bucket. Moon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires the 3. And there's the goal on Karl Anthony Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns.
That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul.
Team.
52-10 on the court.
On the court right now for the Spurs. Isaac out there with the Magician. Then it's Magician. Then it's Jones. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. The shot by Primo, no good. The Spurs shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Magician passes to Isaac, and that's in. Nice feet on the play.
Right now playing with a terrific rhythm. Jonathan Isaac, assertive guy who can burn you with the catch and shoot.
Driving to the basket. And Greg, you faced some exceptional point guards during your time in the league, but who was the toughest matchup for you when you played?
Oh, man. You know, John Stockton was always one of the most difficult, but in a weird way, not because I worried about him scoring on me. It was because I had to defend his ability to make people better, and that was always a challenge. Don't forget about the great Penny Hardaway. I mean, at 6'8", that was a nightmare to deal with, and my personal all-time favorite, Isaiah Thomas, who was as good as anybody's ever been at that lead guard position.
With the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
A floater, and it's sent back by Isaac.
Isaac using every bit of that 6'10" frame to send it back.
Magician passes to Isaac. Count that one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for San Antonio?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've gotten out on the break over and over tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Inside, Robinson. Passes it to Primo. Four on the clock. And Jones over to help. Los Angeles with another miss. On offense, here are the Spurs. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And good, he hits it again. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Here's Primo, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for LA.
First one falls for him. So San Antonio going with
Spurs substitution. At the line for the Spurs, Kawhi Leonard. One shot.
the free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
How about Kawhi Leonard? How many guys in the history of their career can say, I was an NBA Finals MVP at 22 and then an NBA Finals MVP at 27? Simply incredible.
A nice shot by Jordan.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Primo with the bucket.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
Here's Magician, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Defended by Towns. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I'm going back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work, and only to find out I was using the wrong key. Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish. And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, GA. And it's good off the back rim and in. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, the efficiency with the mid-range game, Paul George has always possessed.
Hits it again. Wow.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. Pass to Hudson. George with the ball. From outside the arc. Rebound San Antonio. Magicians got 8 rebounds in this game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
He's the leading scorer tonight, being aggressive, and so far, no one's found a way to slow him down.
Now Moon. Here's the teardrop. Rebounded by the Spurs. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Magician. Off target with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the Spurs with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Goes back up. And yep, another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. They get a hand on it. And the Spurs pushing it up now. The finish. Again, what an avalanche.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. He kicks to Moon. We're seeing a lot of top high school players opting for the G League over college now, Greg. What's your advice to top young players on their path to the NBA?
And well, Kevin, I think you just answered it. It's their path. And I don't think the same path is right for everybody. There are going to be a lot of talented young men and women who want to go to college for the experience, you know, for the environment, for the networking, right? You're going to make some of the best friends you'll ever have on a college campus. Having said that, though, some kids aren't in the college, aren't in the school. They want to just go and pursue their passion and their craft, and that's why I think the G League and the developmental leagues that are out there are so good for these young players.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
And here's George. To the paint. Here's Olynyk. Towns with the defensive effort. San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Spurs.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight. And what a huge standout performance it was
for Magician.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Here he goes. Good, he hits again. And there it is, 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
Outside, George. charity stripe shot. He's off on that one. Towns with the defensive effort. Here's Magician, and the foul goes on the Magician. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, really good defensive.
And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.